Talk for a second about the differences between using a standard email program and using an email service provider. And by the way, all the information I'm giving you this morning is not specific to Constant Contact. I'm not up here doing a commercial for us. This information would apply to our competitors. It would apply to any program that you're using to do your email marketing. I hope you'll use Constant Contact, but if you don't, it's still, all this information does apply to what we're talking about. Now, if you're using Outlook, this isn't an Outlook email, it's probably a good representation of what an Outlook email looks like. What is wrong with that? Well, let me point out a few things. One, it's all text. So if you're trying to get one of those 7 touches that it takes to turn a prospect into a customer, you're not going to get it unless they take the time to read that whole email. If this email were professional and branded, if your logo was prominent, it reflected your colors, even if they looked at your email through the preview pane and they didn't read the email, you're still going to get the benefit of that one touch that it takes to turn a prospect into a customer. Another thing wrong with this email, see the distribution list up in the to line? If you put your distribution list in the to line or the from line, the to line or the carbon copy line, usually I can see the screen and I can't really see it from here. You can see that if you put it in the carbon copy line or the to line, what you're doing is you're sharing your list with every single person that you send your email to. That's not a very good practice because usually on your email list, there's a competitor, there's a friend of a competitor, so you don't want to be sharing your whole list of customers and prospects with your competitors. Even if you put your distribution list in the BCC line or the blind carbon copy line, you're not running into a problem of sharing your list. The problem you're going to run into is getting your email delivered. Now, who decides whether your email gets delivered? That decision is made by the ISP. The ISP, the Internet Service Providers like Comcast, MSN, AOL, Yahoo, whoever you're using for your email. They decide what email goes through. And what they generally will do is they'll tell you, we'll let you send out up to 99 people, but when you hit 100, we're going to start to block your email as spam. That's what they tell people. Unfortunately, what most ISPs do in practice is they let you send out about 49 emails, and when you get to 50, they start to block your email as spam. A lot of the bigger ISPs are actually now dropping that number down to 29, so you can get 29 emails through, but when you get to 30 emails, they start to block your email as spam. There's a couple of problems. One of the problems is the ISPs are not consistent with the way they block the email. Sometimes you can send to 80 people and it'll go through with no problem at all. The next time you may send it and they'll block it. That's the problem. Other problems with this. We talked about branding, list breakup. Prior to me coming to Constant Contact, I was I did what Georgia and Lisa and Yvonne do at the Lake County Illinois Chamber of Commerce. I was the president of the chamber there. And on Friday afternoon, we always used to send out an email to all of our members, our whole email list, which was about 750 people between members and prospects and just people that wanted to be on the list. It took my assistant basically all afternoon on Friday afternoon to get the email out. First, she had to build the email, which we did in Outlook, and then she had to break our list up into little tiny segments and send it out in chunks so that the email would be delivered. There's no reason to do that. We were wasting a lot of staff time when we could have basically created a message and pushed one button and sent it out. All right? The other thing that is really different between using a standard email program and an email service provider is reporting. Basically, when you send out an email through Outlook or Hotmail or Gmail or any of those type programs, about the only type of tracking you can do to see if people are opening it is ask for a return receipt and then hope that people, once they open it,